Our main body of work is working with local bands, mainly recording 2 or 3 track EPs with the occasional kind of full album thrown in. But we definitely deal with kind of lots of different musical genres, do some kind of hip hop, folk, they're all sorts really.
What's the most important aspect of the recording process?
It's definitely good performance. People expect you to be able to turn a bad performance into a good performance, but even a great performance recorded badly still sounds like a good performance. So I think, even though that's not really a technical answer, the most important part of the recording process is the musician, I still think. Whenever we kind of get an inquiry about recording session, I always kind of make sure that the bands are really well rehearsed and that the songs aren't completely new. Often you find with bands they'll write a song the week before coming to the studio, and that's because it's the freshest song. They might have a set of songs that they've been playing for weeks, months, and they'll write a new song just before kind of coming to the studio and want to record that because it's the freshest, most exciting song they've ever written in their mind. But it's often bad practice, I would say. I think, yeah, being completely familiar with the song and like just rehearsing it so that it's as good as it can be is often the best way.
What is the difference between a producer and a recording engineer?
I suppose the difference is the engineer is very much in control of the technical side of things, i.e. where the microphones are placed and kind of being in control of the kind of software, basically. Where I think the producer side of it is more kind of making sure the performance is as good as it can be, and whether that can be kind of rearranging the song or adding suggestions to the song, and it might be as simple as I think we should add a tambourine to this chorus or something like that, but it can go right back down to like I think you should take out this whole section, or this song needs a whole new section writing for it. In our kind of capacity, we probably don't have that kind of level of control, but I think if on a bigger picture, like that's what a producer is kind of there for, to kind of give things a musical direction.
Does it depend on the artist that you're working with, or whether you've worked with them before, whether you've got like a relationship with them or whatever? You know, would you make suggestions if you were kind of, you'd had a good working relationship with these guys, or do you swap between being a recording engineer and a producer, or?
Yeah, I think that's why I kind of class myself as engineer producer, because I would say most bands turn up and just they kind of have a fairly clear picture of what they want in their mind, and it's my job to basically just turn that into a recording. And once you've worked with a band a few times, I think they kind of have a bit more respect for your opinion, I suppose. And as soon as you make a suggestion, they're more likely to kind of take that on board, and you kind of get a bit more of a working relationship that way.
Talk us through like a typical recording session. A band coming in, they've got songs. Have they played them to you before? Have they done rough demos? How does it work?
In an ideal world, we would have heard the songs in advance of the actual recording session, whether that's going on to rehearsal and watching the band play them, going to a gig. Often with kind of people having such easy access to recording technology, there's often some kind of rough demo that exists. So hearing that is often the way. We've not got a lot of time to go and see a lot of bands rehearse, if you know what I mean. It really depends on the length of the session. If it was a kind of a full album, we'd probably know we'd be spending a lot more time with the band. It's probably a bit more important that you've got a full album's worth of material ready to go, and you know exactly what you get yourself into. Whereas if a band are just coming for a weekend, want to do 1 or 2 tracks, you can kind of quite quickly get into the mindset of what it is they want.
I'm trying wherever possible to get it as identical as possible to the album. You know, the tones, the harmonics, the way I want it to sound like the album. I want someone to shut their eyes and think that I'm miming. You know, that would be the ultimate praise, really.